When you turn in the draft of your extended essay at the end of this month, you're going to want to include a works cited page. Embedded on this page today is a document from the IB about why do we cite, when to cite, and when do we cite, even if we paraphrase. So remember, the purpose of citations is to respect the academic integrity of the person who did the original research. So when you say according to, you are letting the reader know that this was somebody else's work. But even if you paraphrase and you don't quote the person exactly, if you got that information from that particular person or that particular book or website, you do need to continue to cite them, even if you are not directing them doing a direct quote. And remember, the purpose of citation is not only to honor that academic work that the other person did, but also allow the reader, if they want to learn more information, they can look at your work cited and go look at the sources and continue from there. Um, if they have any particular interests, that's kind of part of it, but it also gives validity to the researchers and the work that you are referencing, to say that you found their work so worthy of scholarship that you are including it as a source in your project. A couple of things that are in this document that I want to point out to you is that it does give you specific directions on the main type of, like, in-text citations that you might do. You might say the last name of the author. You might include a citation to a specific source, or maybe a table. There are some directions on pages 6 and 7 of when you should do a quotation. How do you go about doing it? And also, how do you go about citing when you paraphrase what somebody said and you didn't do a direct quote? Um, and then there's some specific ideas about how do you quote, cite maybe a video clip or a table or an image. So that's the first thing that I want you to do, is look through the document. And then I give you a little checklist here at the bottom of this page of things for you to consider. Now, if you don't have time to go over this checklist now, we will look at this later, because the works cited, is part of the presentation grade. You're going to want to have your sources listed in alphabetical order, but we will go through that. But here's some good kind of a checklist for you to ask yourself. And then the part that I really want to just take a minute to talk about is this concept of academic integrity. Academic integrity is one of the pillar cornerstones of the IB world. This extended essay is supposed to be a personal choice project where you um, research a topic that you are interested in, and you do all the scholarly writing, and you do all the formatting and everything. And so I just want to emphasize that the essay must be written by you. You cannot have parents or other siblings go through and check all your grammar and edit it. You can ask people for help, but they are not. The idea of this is that you're not giving it to another editor and having them proofread everything for you. If you have questions about citations, or does this paraphrase sound okay, you're certainly welcome to ask for assistance. But generally, I wanted to point out this academic integrity policy. And this policy covers everything, not just for the extended essay. It also talks about just being an IB student and taking IB classes and doing all kinds of writing, and the responsibilities that you have for academic integrity. We don't want anyone to come back with your essay flagged, and then you said, I didn't know. I didn't know I was allowed to do that. So if you have not gone through and skimmed through this academic integrity policy, I just want to make sure that that you take it seriously. We will go over this once again when we do presentation, but this is also an important thing to talk with your supervisor about. Ask them, does any of my writing look like it's plagiarized? Did I cite my sources carefully? When I do my own analysis, does it sound like it's me writing and not somebody else? Once you get through your draft of your works cited, congratulations, you are ready to submit your extended essay draft. You can turn it in on Canvas by September 22nd, but I also want you to post it in Manage Back too so that your supervisor can get it. And then I will take the responsibility from there of getting copies of your draft to your supervisor along with a checklist for them to go over. And as soon as they get the information that they need, you need to give them a little time to read and look over your extended essay, and then you can schedule your second appointment with them. All right. Hope that helps.